yeah, that was a funny memory. Yeah, Shad, a really good guy and a really special person to me. I've got so many fond memories. I guess this is the first memory or the first photo that I have at Orient. I think I was about 8 or 9 here, so I'm assuming this was like my first or second season at the club, sort of in the academy. And yeah, we was at Whitbread's here, and I'm pretty sure we was just doing sort of like a photo shoot where like we was dribbling with the ball, and I guess the photographer was taking pictures of us. It's quite a funny photo because the ball looks massive compared to like me and the size of me. But yeah, this is like one of my first memories at the club, and yeah, one that I'm quite fond of. So yeah, N-Power was the sponsor. So this one's from the 2011-12 season, and yeah, I think I was about 10 or 11 years old here. And yeah, this was like, again, another sort of like photo shoot where we done a team photo and sort of individual photos at the stadium. And I'm pretty sure this was like one of my first times like at the stadium. So it was a pretty big thing for me, like being on the pitch, obviously being so young. You sort of dream and aspire to play on the pitch one day. And yeah, I guess that was sort of like my first experience of like being on the pitch and sort of seeing the surroundings and stuff like that and what it's like to be in an actual stadium. But yeah, again, a very sort of early memory, and yeah, one where I was a bit older, but yeah, I remember this kit. I really liked this kit. We had an away one, which was blue and yellow as well, and yeah, so just another good memory. So the one on the screen here, it's a picture of me and John Terry, and yeah, I remember this quite clearly. Again, I think I was not much older, but I was about 13 here maybe. And I remember playing AFC Wimbledon away. Funny enough, I might have played against Jack Curry that day. And PT's son, Frankie, was playing for Orient at the time in like one of the younger age groups, and I'm sure John Terry just came along to watch his nephew. And obviously, yeah, with it being John Terry, amazing player, amazing career, I wanted to get a quick photo. But yeah, just quite a funny coincidence that obviously years later I ended up working with his brother for many years, and obviously me and PT had a very good relationship, top guy, top coach, and yeah, that's quite a nice memory to look back on considering what's happened a few years down the line. So yeah, that's that photo there. Yeah, so this memory was my full debut for the club. We was in the National League at the time, and yeah, it was in the FA Trophy against Beaconsfield. Yeah, I remember the run up to this game because at the time, when you was in the youth team, we didn't used to train with GPS vests. So whenever like you'd move up to the first team, you'd be given a GPS vest, but then you'd have to give it back after like the session. And I remember the sports scientist at the time said, "Nah, keep your vest, like basically like it's yours now" type thing. And I remember thinking like, wow, like, does this mean I'm gonna like train more with the first team? I don't know. Anyway, I went back to the youth team, and all the lads were saying like, "Oh, like, I think you're gonna play on the weekend. I think you got a good chance." And I was like, just playing it down, like, "Nah, I don't think I will." Anyway, trained with the first team a bit more that week, and then just in Edinburgh, he pulled me into his office and said, "Look, you're gonna start on the weekend." I think he told me on the Friday. Obviously, the game was on the Saturday, and yeah, I was obviously really nervous, really excited, had like a massive range of emotions. And I just remember that night, I just couldn't get any sleep. I was just so excited, so nervous. But yeah, obviously got to the game, played really well, and like we won, so an amazing memory. I guess that was the first of many games for Orient, and yeah, just so grateful for the opportunity. Super grateful for Justin and like the belief that he put into me, and yeah, without him I wouldn't be where I am today. So yeah, that was, I guess, my first match for Orient, and yeah, I guess you could say where like my professional journey started. So the weather, yeah, was absolutely tipping it down with rain, and obviously being a young lad, they were just given any old like size shirt, so I'm pretty sure it was a size large shirt. And yeah, like I said, it was absolutely pouring down, absolutely got drenched through. And basically by the time the end of the game, the shirt was like near my knees. But yeah, that was just like classic English weather. But yeah, got absolutely soaked that day. With that being my first professional appearance for Orient, I've got that shirt at home. I was lucky enough to get the whole team to sign it for me at the end of the season. And yeah, I've got that framed, and that's in my parents' house now. So yeah, that's a shirt that I hold very close to my heart, and yeah, that's something like really special for my family, for us to sort of look at and look back on with real fondness. This is us celebrating the National League title. I think it's well known sort of within the club, sort of the difficulty we'd gone through sort of prior to this, and yeah, Justin Edinburgh, God rest his soul, was able to do an amazing job with the team and the club to sort of bring us back to where we deserved, which was in the league. And yeah, just a really special character. I think I've touched on it before, how much he's done for me. And yeah, he's just, yeah, obviously gave me my opportunity, gave me my debut, gave me my first sort of professional contract, and for whatever reason, he just saw something in me and just instilled that belief in me to just go out and sort of play, and yeah, just really set the cogs in motion for me to sort of have a career in the game. But other than that, just honestly an unbelievable person. I think I've touched on it before, where being a sort of an academy player, a youth team player, he would always see me in and around the building, and he would always take time to talk to me, ask me questions about my family, sort of where I live, my upbringing, and stuff like that. And I think that's something you don't necessarily see in managers nowadays. It's very much sort of they're over here, they're over there. Sort of the managers over here, the players over there. But he was one to sort of take time, especially with the young lads, take time to really sort of get to know them and sort of make them feel part of the team. And yeah, sort of that season I was able to sort of play a few games in the trophy and be part of that squad. So yeah, that's a really special one as well. This was, yeah, my first appearance in the EFL, in the league. I remember this because it was COVID as well, so there was literally no one in the stadium. So it was I think in a way it helped me because I was a bit more relaxed. There wasn't sort of that extra added element of the fans, obviously being quite a young lad. I guess it can be quite difficult sort of playing in front of large crowds at a young age. But yeah, it was, yeah, like I said, it was my first appearance in the league. Joby McAnuff was the manager at the time. I think he was caretaker at the time. And about 2 years from my debut, still playing in this game. So it was quite a large period of time not playing for the first team. So yeah, that was kind of like a bit strange and a bit sort of difficult to navigate. Obviously making my debut so young and then having to wait, like I said, two or 3 years to make another appearance for Orient was a bit strange. But yeah, again, something that's really special, and I guess another sort of first in the league. So yeah, another special memory. This was Rochdale away. This was when we was in League Two. And yeah, I remember this game clearly. This was when Richie Wellington come in as manager. This was sort of, it was his first pre-season, and obviously his first season, sort of full season managing us. To be honest, I felt really under pressure going into this game. I kind of felt like this was sort of now or never, like a really big opportunity for me. Again, being like one of the younger players in the squad, I sort of had like sort of a backup role, sort of more of a squad player. And I had the likes of TJ and Honey playing ahead of me, who are obviously unbelievable players with experience at this level and higher as well. So I don't know, I think going into this game, I just felt really under pressure, like to perform. And thankfully I done all right, I done half decent. We got the 3 points. I've been told that I got an assist that day. I can't actually remember, but yeah, I've been told that I got the assist for Monks that day. And I remember so clearly, Loz, I'm pretty sure it was Loz that gave the penalty away. And I remember it so clearly because he was like, I think what happened, I think it was Craig Clay passed the ball back to Loz and it got intercepted. And Loz took the striker down in the box. And I remember him saying like, who called to pass it back to me? And I remember standing there on the pitch thinking, it was Loz, like it was you, you're the one who called for it. Anyway, like it was a bit of like an argument of like who decided to call to pass it back. Anyway, Loz goes and saves the penalty, and then straight after he goes, I was the one that said to pass it back. So yeah, that was a funny memory, and yeah, I remember that purely for that moment there because it was so funny. So yeah, that was the Rochdale away in League Two. In this picture here, I'm next to Shad. Yeah, Shad's one of my longest friends. To be fair, I hadn't known him for that long, to be honest. At this time, he joined Orient quite late. He joined when he was about 16. So yeah, but Shad's someone I was really close to. Obviously, being similar ages and playing with him in the youth team, he's someone that I built a really good friendship with and a close friendship with. Yeah, we were just always pushing each other to try play in the first team, really. Obviously, him being a left-sided centre half and me being a left back, we sort of had that sort of relationship and that rapport. And yeah, it was just always like the goal and the aim and the dream to just play regularly together for Leyton Orient. And we had a few appearances together, which was fun. I guess we could say not as many as we wanted to, but obviously Shad's gone on to pastures new and done really well elsewhere. And we can always say that we was able to win League Two together and have sort of that trophy and that sort of piece of silverware and something that we can say that we done together. And yeah, that'll be something that will be with us forever. And I've got pictures at home with me and Shad with the League Two trophy. So yeah, he's someone who's really special to me. And those sort of memories, like playing together and celebrating that triumph of winning the league, is something that I'll hold with me forever. So yeah, Shad, a really good guy and a really special person to me. This game was Crawley at home, again in League Two. And as you can see here, Idris El-Mazouni, he's just scored. What a goal it was, by the way. Went on a little mazy dribble, ended up sitting the defender down and slotting it into the bottom corner. But yeah, unbelievable goal, unbelievable player, and yeah, more importantly, unbelievable guy. So yeah, that's that one there. So this photo here was Carlisle at home at the start of April, so approaching sort of the crunch time of the season, approaching the run-in, and yeah, Carlisle was sort of up there as well. I think we just come off the back of like a bit of bad form. I think we had about 4 draws at the time, and obviously with Carlisle being in the race, like in the hunt to sort of like hunt us down, we knew this was like a super big game, almost like a 6-pointer. And I think, to be honest, the feeling in the changing room was that if we sort of got 3 points here, we sort of had that one hand on the trophy. And yeah, my memories of this game was just the atmosphere in the stadium. I think for me personally, this was kind of the most electric I felt. Like Brisbane Road, the support we had this day, the fans that were singing the whole game, and yeah, the atmosphere was just unbelievable. And I think obviously the importance of the game played into it. And I just think for me, looking back at this memory, yeah, I'm just like super proud to say that I was able to play in such an important game for the club. A game that again just took us one step closer to our ultimate goal, which was to win the league that year. And so yeah, like really nice memory. I also remember Chaz getting sent off. I'm pretty sure he came off the bench and then 15 minutes later got sent off, which sort of put us under the cosh a bit. But yeah, that feeling when the final. So this is Gillingham away, the day that we had confirmed our promotion up to League One. And yeah, this was a crazy day. For myself personally, unfortunately, I wasn't able to play this game. I was injured. I had a swollen foot, and honestly, I tried everything in my power to get to be involved in this game, but it wasn't meant to be. But probably the craziest game of football I've ever watched, to be honest. I remember us starting off unbelievable. It was absolutely popping it, and it sort of felt like inevitable, as if it was going to win this game and yeah, get the result that we wanted. And then I remember early doors, Beck's getting sent off, and almost thinking like, oh, this isn't part of the script, this wasn't meant to happen. And then even with 10 men, I just remember us playing really, really well, still being on the front foot, still pushing. And then I also remember the lights sort of going out in the stadium, so there was about a good like 20, 30-minute break. And then with that sort of changed the dynamic, because again, we was able to sort of see the results elsewhere, because obviously people were playing ahead of time of us. The results sort of fell in our favour, and I remember Gills, again, they were trying to stay up and sort of the results were in their favour. So I remember towards the end of the game, the lads were just sort of like passing it around the back and the other team, Gills, were just sort of standing in their own half, and it was honestly such a strange spectacle. But even like when the sort of the results got confirmed in the other games and we knew we'd gone up, we all ran onto the pitch, but we still had about 15 minutes left of the game. So yeah, I just remember like running on, hobbling on, because obviously I was injured. Yeah, like when that final whistle went, the scenes on the pitch after, as you can see in the photo, were unbelievable. Pretty sure like basically all of the fans came onto the pitch from the away end. And yeah, just a special day. Again, the scenes in the changing rooms after, just yeah, it was all singing, all celebrating. Again, on the bus as well on the way home, again, singing and celebrating, and just yeah, I can honestly say like those are some of like the best times of my life. So yeah, again, looking back at this memory with real fondness, and yeah, that was the start of like a real special sort of 2 or 3 weeks as we sort of went to try to clinch the title as well. There's a picture of me ball boying. Again, I would have been pretty young here, I reckon about 10 or 11. And yeah, I remember my dad just saying, look, like, I'm just gonna let me take a picture of you quick. And yeah, I just remember being like, oh dad, like stop, like you're embarrassing me. But no, I'm happy you took the picture now. It's like really good to look back at. And yeah, I just remember ball boying quite a lot back in the day. I came to like quite a lot of home games. Yeah, more or less every single home game I came either to watch or to ball boy. And yeah, I just remember at that age it was just sort of a dream, like just to like get on the pitch, hopefully one day be a professional and being able to play at the stadium. And yeah, that was the dream that I had at that age, and luckily enough I've been able to sort of do that. The picture on the right is, I guess you could say, about 11 or 12 years on, and yeah, it was just off the back of us winning League Two. As you can see, I got my winner's medal, and yeah, I'm just standing in the same spot. Like I said, 11 or 12 years later, from where I was standing as a ball boy, and yeah, this time I got a medal around my neck, not a lanyard. So yeah, those pictures are really cool to look back on. This was my League One debut against Charlton. It was the opening game of the season. Yeah, I was so pleased to start this game. I think throughout the whole pre-season, I wasn't quite sure whether I was going to play, or I wasn't quite sure what my role was going to be this season. But yeah, I was just super excited to play. I remember it was a weird one because I remember us playing Charlton in pre-season, so it was a bit of a strange sort of feeling around that game. And I think everyone was trying to just hold their cards close to their chest, as we knew that we was going to play them on the first game of the season in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. But yeah, again, I think we lost the game, but I remember we played really well. I remember in the off season before, I had quite a lot of nerves and sort of anxieties about moving up the levels. Obviously, I had a few friends that had kind of moved up to League One, and they kind of said like, yeah, like the level's really good. There's some really good teams in there. And obviously Charlton being quite a big team, I thought, I didn't really know how I was gonna perform or if I was gonna be up for the challenge. But I just remember playing quite well. I think the team played well as a whole, to be honest. Just unfortunately, a few errors and a few poor decisions cost us the game. But yeah, again, a really big milestone for me. I think if someone had said to me at 21 years old, you'll be playing in League One, I would have snapped their hand off. So yeah, a really good day for me, and yeah, big milestone. So this photo here was Bolton at home, and I remember I wasn't actually supposed to play this game, but I got drafted in really late as a player. For me anyway, that can be helpful because you don't really have time to think. You're sort of just chucked in there, and it's sort of like fight or flight, and your instincts just take over. I remember at this time we sort of were really starting to click into gear as a team. Finally started to get our rhythm, and I think it was on a really good run of form. I think the week before we had just beaten Portsmouth 3-0 away from home, which was a really, really good day, really good result. And then again, to like back this up with a win over Bolton, who again are a really big club, was super cool, and a really good result. I also remember getting an assist this game, but it's probably the worst assist of my career. In terms of, I remember just pressing one of their centre halves. I don't even know why I was that far up the pitch, but ended up pressing one of their centre halves. He tried to sort of play a long ball forward, and I sort of just blocked it, and it went into the path of Danaj. And yeah, he done the rest. He went on a bit of a dribble, and ended up slotting it in the bottom bin. So yeah, I was able to get assist that day. Super happy to just help contribute to the team, especially, like I said, not initially being involved in the game at all. I was just really happy and proud that I was able to just come in and just contribute and add value to the game and the team. And yeah, I was just happy to get the 3 points that day, so yeah. This photo here, obviously speaking to one of my really good mates, Hector. Obviously known Hector a very long time. Grew up with him in the academy, and yeah, sort of broke into the first team here at Orient at similar times. And yeah, this game, again, played against Peterborough. He got on the score sheet, and I remember I was able to get an assist this day as well. But yeah, probably up there with one of my proudest moments on a football pitch, to be honest. Like I said, sort of being able to be on the same pitch as someone that you've grown up with. And again, like we had so many chats in the past about how our aspirations and our dreams were just to play at the highest level possible. And yeah, to just be able to say that we was able to play against each other on the same pitch in the league, in League One. Yeah, just really proud moment, just something again I can just really look back with real fondness and real pride, and just to say like, yeah, we've come like a really long way. So yeah, one of my favourite photos for sure. And obviously he's gone on to kick on again, and I'm sure he'll continue to do really, really special things in the game and in his career. But I think more importantly, just a really, really good guy, a really humble guy, and honestly, he deserves every success that he's had so far and will continue to get in the future. So yeah, really lovely picture, and yeah, something again that I hold really close to my heart. As you can tell, I'm smiling because yeah, again, another really special memory. This was Wigan away last season, and it was my first league goal for Leighton, well, first goal for Leighton Orient, first goal in the Football League. And yeah, so many people have asked me what was I doing there, but yeah, to this day I don't know. I think luckily for me at this sort of time we'd like changed our tactics a bit, and I sort of had like a bit more license to sort of not only move inside the pitch. If I was sort of in an attacking position, the gaffer was very much like, look, just go for it, go get into the box, go try to impact the game at the other end of the pitch. And I sort of saw an opportunity and just went for it. I think a few people have said that it's an own goal, but I'm definitely claiming it, and yeah, that's definitely my goal. But yeah, as soon as it hit the back of the net, honestly, best feeling in the world. It sort of went really quickly because obviously the fans were directly behind the goal. So it was almost like I scored and then I ran for about 5 yards and then had to stop because sort of the advertising boards were there. But yeah, everyone says the best feeling in football, the best feeling in the world is hitting the back of the net, and yeah, I can confirm it's one of the best feelings ever. And just to sort of celebrate in front of the fans is something, honestly, I'll never, ever, ever forget. Yeah, I think the fans have been amazing with me throughout my whole time at Leighton Orient, and yeah, just to sort of, I guess, repay their support, repay their faith with a goal was something really special. So yeah, a lovely picture, and yeah, an amazing memory. This was obviously the celebration, obviously after the goal. For myself, I'm someone of big faith. I've got a lot of faith. I'm a believer in God, and again, I was someone who's like really lucky to have people like Omar Beckles and George Moncur at the club who kind of really helped me with my faith and sort of helping me sort of get back on the straight and narrow with that. And yeah, we had like a little group here at Orient, something that was honestly really special with the likes of Charlie Kelman, Dan Adge, Zachaberio, and many others. I'm pretty sure I've missed a few out, Sean Clare. And yeah, we would get together and sort of, we would pray before games, and it was almost like a bit of a safe space as well to sort of just open up about any difficulties or any trials or tribulations we're going through on and off the pitch really. But yeah, those boys, honestly, I would say out of sort of my experience here, one of the most important things that have happened to me. And obviously those boys specifically I'll continue to keep in touch with, because obviously we have that one thing in common, which is our faith. So yeah, that celebration was just a little nod to that, and yeah, just to sort of to say that, yeah, I've got to give God all the glory, and like this has nothing to do with me alone. So yeah, that was just a little nod to that. Yeah, well, picture. So yeah, this was the scenes after Gally had sent us through to the playoff final. Yeah, this was the second leg, Stockport away in the playoff semis, and yeah, crazy game. Me, myself, I was very quietly confident that we was going to get the job done, and I think the way the game went with like how early we scored and the sort of the chances that they missed, I was like, when it went to penalties, I was pretty sure that we was going to get the job done. And yeah, all the boys who stepped up done an amazing job, and obviously Josh done an amazing job in net. And yeah, these were the scenes after. Yeah, again for me, it was like a really full circle moment, because in 2014, when we was in the League One playoff final, I was there as a fan, as a kid, and it just really felt like, wow, like we're going back here, what, 11 years later, and now I'm actually involved in the squad that sort of got us there. So yeah, it was a really full circle moment for me, and yeah, to just celebrate with the fans in the away end. Obviously they travelled a really long way to get up to support us and to watch the game. So yeah, just to celebrate with them, to take it in, I just really tried to, yeah, just take everything in there, and just savor that moment, because I'm sure you don't get many moments like these in football. So yeah, an amazing moment. Obviously, as you can see from the photo, the boys, the fans, you can see the togetherness. Everyone's like getting involved. Everyone's sort of really enjoying the moment. So yeah, another special photo for sure. Yeah, so here I got a few community photos here. I think one of them is obviously me doing a visit to a school. And yeah, for me, something that's really close to my heart that I'm really big on is the community. I think just as football players, we're extremely privileged to be in the position that we're in, sort of doing the job that we're doing. So for me, myself, I feel like it's only right that we're able to give back and sort of give back to the community. And yeah, I think we're sort of role models and idols within the community. So it's important that we sort of carry ourselves in the right way. And like I said, give back and really take part within the community. I think for me, when I was young growing up, I was so excited to see sort of footballers coming into my school, and sort of, yeah, the way I saw an opportunity to meet a professional footballer. Obviously being a kid that dreamed of being a professional footballer one day, I saw it as something really exciting. And so for me now, being in that position now, I think, yeah, it's only right that I'm able to sort of go back and sort of be that role model and I guess an inspiration for the kids nowadays. So yeah, the community stuff is something that I'm really big on, and I'm just pleased that I was able to sort of make some sort of impact, whether that's been small or big, on the community. So yeah, just after we'd won the National League title, I was able to go back to my old primary school. It's only in Bucker still, so it was literally down the road from the training ground, and yeah, I was able to go in and sort of show them the trophy. And yeah, again, just another full circle moment. Obviously, I was at Orient while I was sort of in primary school, and sort of a few of the teachers there, obviously still there now, and just they remember me going to training a lot. Obviously being a kid that was really enthusiastic about football, and yeah, again, to obviously come back 10 years down the line and be like, look, I've been part of a team that sort of won a league title, I think was amazing for them to see, and obviously it was amazing for me to sort of go back and share. And obviously I hope I was able to sort of inspire a few of the boys there at the school that if you got dreams, yeah, just be courageous and just sort of go for them, because anything is possible. If anyone had told me sort of at their young age, like, look, you're going to be a professional footballer, I wouldn't have believed them. But yeah, I sort of just kept going through it and didn't give up. And yeah, by the grace of God, lucky enough, I was able to get to where I am now. So yeah, hopefully I was able to inspire them, and yeah, like I said before, just sort of be a role model and someone that they can look up to. Looking back at all those those photos there, I've got so many fond memories. Yeah, the club, Leighton Orient, has such a special place in my heart. Yeah, just being a youngster who just really liked playing football, I felt like Orient, as soon as I joined at 9 years of age, as being somewhere that I can call my home and somewhere that I felt really comfortable to just be myself and just be really authentic and just be me. Yeah, as I've gone up the age groups, I've been able to just develop as not only a player but as a person and as a human being. And yeah, just being a kid in the academy, it was honestly just a dream to be a professional footballer and just to play football every single day as a living. And I can say that being at Orient, I've exceeded that massively. Being able to be part of 2 promotion and title winning sides is something that I never dreamed of, but like I said, memories that I'll have forever, and sort of the people that I've met along the way, the teammates, coaching staff, people at the stadium, staff at the stadium, how they've looked after myself, my family, people at the supporters club, obviously the fans, how they've sort of supported me and looked after my family is just something I can never repay, and I can't thank them enough for all of that and how they've treated me over the years. Yeah, being an academy product and sort of coming through the academy and being able to play so many games, or a handful of games for this club, is something really special. And yeah, just something that I'll hold dear to my heart forever. Obviously, it's been a hard decision to make leaving the club, but I think it's something that I needed to do really for my career. I think I just need to go and play regular football, and I think unfortunately that lies elsewhere. But like I've just touched on, the club is something that is really special to me, and hopefully I'll be able to come back soon and sort of see everyone, and just super proud of what I've done, and just really appreciative of everything the club's done for me. So yeah, thank you.
With the low pass, and Jayden Sweeney has given Leighton Orient the advantage with 41 minutes gone.
Every day. Never. Wait. He wants to play. Does he?
Yeah, ask the chef. The chef knows. Pretty natural to me, to be honest. But yeah, just I think a few more goals playing, I think I'll be a better player. But yeah, it was fun.
Really good in around the 6-yard box and on the box. Come on, Smalls.